Hello and welcome to another video for IGCSE Math. Today's topic is find for solving quadratic equations having rational exponents. These are hard questions. Let's start solving them. If the question number one says find the products, find the roots of the quadratic equation if the product of the roots is 13 and the sum of the roots is 18. Okay, and I have answer options. Okay, so that makes it very easy. If I start with the sum, so 18 plus 2 root 17 plus minus 2 root 17 should give me 18. The first answer option stays valid. B is also valid. C is also valid. And D is also valid. So the sum for all of these quadratic answers that I have, roots that I have, is the same. Why don't I just rely on the product now? Okay, how do I rely on the product? I can just say that 18, let's put them in brackets. 18 plus 2 root 17 multiplied by minus 2 root 17. Let's see if we get the correct answer. Now we're getting a very complicated sort of answer, which is 6 minus 68. I wanted the product to be 13. I just have to change the numbers here. For the next one, that's 9, and that's 4, and that's minus 4, right? That's also giving me a very complicated answer. I hope the bracket is not bothering the calculations. Let's put a bracket out there. Yeah, it's still giving me the same answer. Let's go on to the next one and see. Okay. I missed something. This has to be 9 minus 4 root 17. That gives me minus 191. That also doesn't go well. Let's move on to the next answer option. 13. So that is the correct answer. I didn't even have to work through, although I think when I show you the hints, it's going to tell me that I could, sort of work through and create the quadratic expression myself. But I'm not going to do that. It's easier done like this uh, than that. Okay. Using the answer options is a very good strategy. Which one best describes the quadratic equation with rational coefficients having root as 7 plus 2 root 3? Okay, so let's start solving. Using my calculator is probably the best idea for these questions. So I'm solving it like that. I have more examples in the lecture videos that I will upload. Okay, so you can watch those. This one doesn't fit. The numbers don't match. Let's check minus 14. 7 plus 2 root 3. Okay, that one fits. So that's the correct answer now. Okay, then it says evaluate the vertex from the quadratic expression. Now I don't need to really do this manually. I can use my calculator to do it. I just have to make sure that it's in the correct format for my calculators to see. So that's going to give me 2x squared minus 3x plus 5. There's a way of finding the vertex manually as well, and that's in the lecture videos. This is about solving questions quickly, so I'm just showing you what the vertex will be. It's going to be 3 over 4 comma 31 over 8. Is that an answer option? Yeah. C. These are hard questions. Remember that. That's the reason that they are there in the very complicated sort of expressions as well. What are the x-intercepts of the quadratic having rational coefficients? Okay. X-intercepts is also equals to 0, so I'm just going to use this as a quadratic equation in my calculator. Okay, and see which one fits. I think the first one fits. Uh, minus 3 over 2. Yeah. Okay, this one looks more challenging. Let's see. If x is greater than 0, then what are the roots satisfying this quadratic expression? One is that I could start plugging in. The other is I see a simple sort of common denominator on the left hand side, which is x. Let's do that. So I get 1 plus 5 minus 4x equals to, and a common denominator on the right hand side, that gives me x squared. So 2 minus x squared. And still reduce this, okay, and say that this is going to be cross multiplied, gives me 6x minus 4x squared equals to 2 minus x squared. Let's move everything to one side. So 4x squared minus x squared minus 6x plus 2. 3 minus 6. Okay. Okay, let's see if we have more hard questions. Yes, we do. Mm, okay, this is simply just solving on a calculator. Okay, that one doesn't get me the right answers. Let's quickly move on to the next one. Answer option B. That one also doesn't really work. 1, 9, and minus 6. Okay, that also doesn't work. This is the first time I'm having to solve so many of them before I can get to my answer. Yep, that one should work. 3 plus root 15 and 3 minus root 15. So D. Okay, then it says if one of the roots of the quadratic equation having rational coefficients is this, then what is the value of the sum of 2 times the sum of the roots and 4 root 5 times the product of the roots? Okay. If one of the roots of the quadratic equation, so whenever you have these quadratic equations, or the root would be 1 over root 3 plus 2, because when you do a quadratic formula, it's just plus and minus, right? So these are the two roots that I have. Okay. Now, then what is the value of the sum of 2 times the sum of the roots? So what is the sum of the roots? Let's just add them. The sum of the roots is 2 and product of the roots. So 1 plus root 3 over 2 into 1 minus root 3 over 2. Okay, that would give me 1. I can do this on my calculator as well, but this is going to give me 1 minus 3 over 4, which is 1 over 4. So then what is the value of sum of the sum? Then what is the value of the sum of 2 times the sum of the roots plus 4 root 5 times the product of the roots? So that's 4 plus root 5. I think that should be the correct answer. Yeah, that is the correct answer. So more challenging question that way. Then says what is the general and the vertex quadratic form of this? Okay, so I have to find out both forms. Let's start multiplying. Okay, I have x plus 3x, which gives me 4x minus 1, 2x minus 5 into 5 equals to 4x minus 2. Okay, so let's start multiplying. So 4x into 2x into 5, that gives me 8 into 5, 40x squared. Then 4x into minus 5 into 5, that gives me 100x. Then minus 1 into 2 into 5 gives me minus 10x. And then minus 1 into minus 5 into 5 gives me plus 25. So I get 4x, 40x squared minus 114x plus 27. Okay, I think that's the first one. If I really wanted to express that um, turning point, I could have done that on my calculator and that would have given me the right answer as well. I can show you from here if I solve this. I can find out the vertex as well. Okay. Okay. So of course, the x coordinate of the vertex is very complicated. It should be 57 over 40. So you equate whatever in this in the bracket to 0. Okay, that's something that I cover in the lectures. Okay, moving on. If the roots of the quadratic equation are this, find the quadratic equation having rational. So I think that's just simply solving. So I'm starting with answer option D this time because I have a suspicion that that might be the answer yes. Because these are hard questions, they might make it more time consuming for you to do this. Okay. What are the solutions to the equations? Okay, so 2 over 3x squared. I bring 1 over 3x squared from the other side. I have 14x. I bring 6x from the other side. I have minus 14. I bring in minus 2 from the other side. So that gives me x squared minus 8x minus 16. Okay, that is it for the hard questions as well. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.